I wrote a novel. Yay! This is it. It's called A Christmas Story Trilogy. It has just under 200 pages. I think it's 198 pages. Yeah. And yeah, this is it. And I thought I'd just kind of talk about it, kind of introduce you to the characters and the concept. And if you want to buy this, the link is in the description. You can do that if you want to. So basically, A Christmas Story Trilogy is a collection of 3 short stories which are all the same story from 3 different points of view. And I wrote these stories over the last 3 years. You can actually see them on my channel because I recorded myself reading all of them throughout the last 3 years. And basically the way I did it was that I wrote 1 chapter each day, and then each weekend I recorded the kind of audio version for YouTube. And I did think about writing a 4th story this year, but I am currently writing my dissertation for my bachelor, so I thought maybe that's a bit much. So instead I decided to put all 3 stories together, to combine them into 1 book where you can see all 3 perspectives of this same Advent story. So in A Christmas Story, as I said, we have 3 stories and each of them goes from the 1st of December till the 24th. So in each story you have 1 chapter for each day, and then in total 3 chapters for each day from the different points of view. So let's meet the characters, I guess. So the first character is Elea. She's the main character in our first story. This is her. You always get the character at the beginning as a little doodle that I did myself. So this is Elea, and basically her boyfriend Josh broke up with her, or they broke up with each other because he's been cheating. And while she's kind of in the middle of that heartbreak, 2 new students come into her class, which are Sam and Till, and Sam and Till are twins who just moved to London where all 3 stories are set, and they kind of, yeah, become part of Elea's life. And things happen. I don't want to spoil it, obviously, but I can spoil that this whole book has queer aspects, so there you go. There are queer characters in this book. Till himself is pansexual, which was important for me because that's what I identify with most on the queer spectrum, I guess. And I just really love reading pan characters, and therefore I love writing them because there aren't enough. Then in the second story we actually have the point of view of Sam, who is one of the twins. Let me just find her little introduction thingy. So this is Sam, who tells the second story. She's way more beautiful than I drew her. Basically my idea of Sam was that she's like this gorgeous girl. Like in American high school movies she'd be like the head cheerleader and that kind of stuff. But she's also like really shy and insecure and kind of, yeah, also a bit heartbroken because Sam and Till just moved to London because their parents split up. So they are kind of dealing with that, and the second story is from the point of view from Sam because she's a very emotional character, and Elea is also emotional, but at the moment of the story in a negative sense, and Sam is just emotional in an empathetic and kind of sensitive way. So I wanted that in there. Obviously, it being a Christmas story and me loving romance, there's also a romance aspect to Sam's story that I'm not gonna talk about because there will be a whole lot of spoilers. Fun fact, I just talked to my sister-in-law, who was the first person to read the entire book, and she didn't like that story because it was too cheesy. So make of that what you want. It's very, very, very romantic and cheesy and fluffy, so whatever. And then we have the third story, which might be my personal favorite because it was so interesting to write. because I gave myself kind of a challenge. I wanted to see if I can write a story with a main character who has no characteristics whatsoever. This character doesn't have a name, a look, a gender, or speech. I don't know anything about this character. In my head, I just call this character MC, which stands for main character, just to kind of have this character in my head. But basically, no idea. Which was really interesting, especially the no speech. Because I had so many scenes where I just wrote speech out of habit and then realized, oh, I can't do that, I have to change this somehow. So that was really interesting. I just want to say at this point that whilst I was writing this story, the main character in my head, as I planned the story and as I wrote it, was neither cisgendered nor like non-binary or gender fluid or something like that. Also not deaf. Basically this character was nothing and everything. So I don't know anything at all about this character. There is no canon about this character. So basically you can read into it whatever you want. This is basically a blank page for you to interpret whatever you read this as. I just want to put out there that there is no canon. I didn't decide anything about this character and that's the way it is. So you can make of that whatever you want. You can read this character as whoever you want them to be, and that's your truth, and that doesn't influence anything. It's just how it is. However, with my main character not having any attributes, including looks, obviously I couldn't put them as the little doodle in front. So instead we have the best friend, Chris. Really cute, really curly hair, and Chris is non-binary. So I really like this character. I think Chris and the side character in Sam's story might be my two favorite characters. My favorite character to write was Till, because he's most like me, so it was easiest to write him. But Chris and the other character from Sam's story are my two favorite. I love them so much, they're so sweet. If you do have any questions, if you read it and have any comments, let me know. I always love to hear what you think. Also negative things, like obviously I like to get compliments on my writing, but if you have any things that I spelled wrong, which I did a lot, or if you have like any issues with the book, just let me know and we'll talk about it and I'll fix it if I agree with you. So read my book and I hope you have a wonderful Advent time, and if you're not celebrating Christmas then I hope you just have a wonderful December. So yeah, buy my book if you want to, give me feedback if you do read it, and I hope you have a lovely time, and I hope you always have a reason to smile, and I shall see you soon. Bye!